special thanks to DG sir for giving me an opportunity again to share my whatever I have learnt, to share that knowledge with you, that is on measurement of scaling. Now whatever I have learnt in this measurement of scaling, there are thousands of things. Yeah, I will relate it. I will relate it. So there are thousands of things and hundreds of techniques of measuring the thing, measuring different items in a scale. So whatever I have learned from my practical exposure, I am going to share with you some of the technique I might know and you may know. We will share the things together so that we will be having an interactive session over here so that we all can here learn from each other. So let's start with this measurement and scaling. I want to start with a story. There is some faculty, or say it's a cartoon. Still it's a cartoon. Can you name the cartoon? कुछ लगता है कौन है ये? और कुछ? Mr. Bean, have you heard of him? Ben 10. चलो you name him. आप नेम करिए इसका. You just name him. Ben 10. Bean 10. Okay. Ma'am has named this cartoon as Bean 10. So one day the thought came into his mind, Bean 10, to do the research. So the thought came into his mind that I want to do the research and conduct a study to compare the perception of the patrons of Domino's Pizza with Pizza Hut. So this is the thinking that came to his mind, Mr. Bean 10, that I want to do a research. I want to compare perception of both the patrons, Domino's with that of Pizza Hut. So what he do? At the first, he conducted an exploratory research by informally talking to the employees and management of both the giants, pizza giants, that is Domino's and Pizza Hut. Now try to understand each and every point. I will relate it to my sharing of knowledge. So he has started with an exploratory research study by just informally talking to the management or the employees of both the pizza giants, Domino's and Pizza Hut. He has also conducted some focus group so that he can gain into insight what exactly the people look for while purchasing or while choosing the pizza. Now, the output of both the things, that is the unstructured interview that he has conducted with the employees and the management of both the Domino's and Pizza Hut, and the focus group. Now both the things have basically resulted in identifying various information needs that is to be required for the construction of questionnaire. Now what kind of information, what kind of relevant information he has got from both the things, from focus group and from unstructured informal interview, that was on gender, age, income, frequency and occasion of eating pizza, ranking of attribute people look for while purchasing a pizza, and comparative perception of Domino's with that of Pizza Hut. Now this kind of information was to be employed while designing the relevant questionnaire. So have you got the point? So when you start the research, what do you have to do? How will you start? When you thought of topic, you have to firstly consult, you have to firstly talk to people. Informal interview होना चाहिए, unstructured form of interview हो, focus group बनाए जाए, so that you can gain into insight what exactly you want to study. उसमें लिटरेचर रिव्यू भी कर सकते हैं हम लोग, जो पास्ट रिसर्चेज हुई है उसके लिटरेचर को भी वी कैन स्टडी एंड सो दैट वी कैन गेन इनटू इनसाइट व्हाट एग्जैक्टली वी वांट टू डू. नाउ आफ्टर डूइंग दिस some questions came to his mind. Again he thought of something, how to measure the attitude. Now attitudes he came to know. What attitude he came to know? Age, income, gender, all these things come to his mind, that I have to measure this. Now the problem is that how to measure these things. Are you getting these things? And another point, how to analyze the information thus obtained from the survey. So two things came to his mind. First thing is that how to measure the attitude and how to analyze the information thus obtained from the survey. So for this, what he do? He assigned numbers to the characteristics of object. Why he assigned numbers to the characteristic of object? Because the assignment of number permits him to do statistical analysis on the data. Now again the point comes, number assign कर दिए कि ताकि statistical analysis कर सके. Now again another point come. What another point come? The numbers are being assigned and the subsequent statistical analysis is being done, but that could be different depending upon the type of question being asked. हर क्वेश्चन पे अलग एनालिसिस लगता है ना, हर क्वेश्चन पे अलग तरीके से रूल होता है असाइनमेंट ऑफ नंबर का. सो वो कैसे करा जाए, हाउ वी कैन डू दैट. तो अब एक तरफ इसके हाथ में क्वेश्चंस थे. ऑन दी वन हैंड यू आर हैविंग सम क्वेश्चंस लाइक that was used to measure the psychological aspects like attitude, perception, preference, image of the people while purchasing or buying these kind of things, these pizza, and that was on some predefined set of stimuli. Already predefined set of stimuli पर उसको measure करनी थी ये चीजें. And on the other hand, there were questions like age, gender, income, ranking preference for different flavors, etc. Now in order to overcome these problems, how to measure the attitudes and how to do the statistical analysis, there is a need to study the measurement and scaling. This is the need of the study. Why we study this? Why we all should know the measurement and scaling? This is the reason the people should know about the measurement and scaling. Now let's start with what exactly this measurement is. The term measurement means assigning number or some other symbols to the characteristics of certain objects. Like in this measurement, what we do, we assign numbers to the characteristics of object. Objects को नहीं हम assign करते number. We never study object. We study the characteristics of object. So we always assign number to the characteristics of object. When numbers are used, the researcher must have a rule for assigning a number to an observation in a way that provides an accurate description. That means whenever you are assigning a number to the characteristic of object, you must follow the rule. There must be a rule behind that. कुछ ना कुछ rule होना चाहिए, कुछ ना कुछ logic होना चाहिए. Now, so I already told you that we do not measure the object, but some characteristic of it. So in research, people or consumers are not measured. What is being measured? Their attitude, perception, or any other relevant characteristics. So you always keep in mind, we never measure people or consumer, we only measure these things. So I have told you that we assign numbers to measure the characteristics of object. Why we are doing this? There are two reasons. First is that will permit us to do the statistical analysis of the data that we obtain. And second is that they facilitate the communication of measurement results. These are the two reasons basically we assign numbers to the characteristics of objects. So now while assigning the numbers to the characteristics of the object, we must follow the rule. Therefore, the assigned number and the characteristic of object must be isomorphic. Keep in mind this word isomorphic. That means assigned number and the characteristics of object must be isomorphic. That means there must be a one-to-one correspondence between the assigned number and the characteristics of result being measured. That is the rule that we have to follow. Now coming to the next term, that is scaling. Scaling is an extension of measurement. This is the extension of measurement. It involves creating a continuum on which measurement on objects are located. इसमें हम क्या करते हैं? We create a continuum जिसपे measurement करी जाती है. Now let's take a simple example to understand this scaling. एक example लेते हैं यहाँ पे. You can understand both the things, measurement and scaling. Suppose you want to measure the satisfaction level of people towards Jet Airways. If you want to measure the satisfaction level of people towards Jet Airways, say on a scale of 1 to 11. Now this scale represents the degree of what? Degree of dissatisfaction. Where 1 as extremely dissatisfied and 11 as extremely satisfied. Now what is measurement? Measurement is the actual assignment of number from 1 to 11 to the respondent. That is measurement. And scaling is what? Scaling is the process of placing the respondents on the continuum with respect to the satisfaction of customer towards Jet Airways. Measurement and scaling, I think it's clear with the help of this example. So beam 10 again came. Now I have understood that measurement is assignment of numbers to the characteristics of object, and scaling is creating a continuum on which measurements on the objects are located. So beam 10 is happy over here to understand the meaning. Now there are different types of scales that we should study. कि कहाँ क्या लगाना है, कहाँ कैसे करना है, that we must study. So we have 4 different types of scale: nominal, ordinal, interval, ratio. You might be aware about this, but I will take this scale in brief so that थोड़ा सा और अच्छा knowledge share हो जाए. शायद कुछ आपको ज्यादा पता हो, कुछ मुझे कम पता हो, या मुझे कुछ ज्यादा पता हो. We can share with each other. I'm going to explain all these scale in detail ताकि कहीं भी खड़े हो आपको दिमाग में होना चाहिए, अरे ये क्वेश्चन है, इट्स एन ऑर्डिनल स्केल. कहीं देखा लिखा हुआ, ओ ये एडवर्टाइजमेंट में पूछा जा रहा है, ये तो ऑर्डिनल स्केल पे मेजरमेंट कर रहे हैं. सो यू कैन नो ईच एंड एवरीथिंग कि ऑर्डिनल क्या है, नॉमिनल क्या है, इंटरवल क्या है, रेशियो क्या है. यू शुड बी अवेयर अबाउट दैट. और उसी टाइम दिमाग में पता क्या आना चाहिए, अरे ऑर्डिनल स्केल पे हो रहे हैं, इसका मतलब ये चीज स्टैटिस्टिकल एनालिसिस के लिए ये चीज यूज करेगा, इसका मतलब ऑर्डिनल में ये लगाएगा, ऐसे लगाएगा, हाइपोथेसिस होगा तो ये टेस्ट लगाएगा. सो यू शुड बी अवेयर अबाउट दिस काइंड ऑफ थिंग. दिस इज द बेसिस ऑफ रिसर्च. If you are able to know these kind of things, you can do anything in research. So let's start with the nominal scale. Nominal scale is the lowest level of measurement. Here numbers are assigned for the purpose of identification of object. This is the lowest level of measurement. Here numbers are assigned only for the measurement of object, only for the identification. हाँ जी सर, वहीं से होगा. वहीं से. हेलो, आई थिंक इट्स क्लियर. So nominal scale is the lowest level of, actually I get little bit emotional. टीचर्स में आदत होती है ना, इमोशनल हो जाता है, कुछ ज्यादा और ऊंचा बोलने लगते हैं. एक्साइटेड, we feel excited. So nominal scale is the lowest level of measurement. This is where numbers are assigned only for the purpose of identification of object. सो अब एक लाइन बोल रहा हूं, उसको हमेशा याद रखना, उस लाइन से कभी भी आप जिंदगी में नॉमिनल स्केल नहीं भूलेंगे. Any object which is being assigned a higher number is no way superior to the object being assigned a lower number. Clear? Always keep in mind this line. Any object which is being assigned a higher number is no way superior to the object being assigned a lower number. And in nominal scale, there must be a one-to-one correspondence between the assignment of number and the characteristic or the object. Isomorphic तो होना बहुत जरूरी है. That is necessary. ठीक है? Now, for your understanding, I have taken an example over here. It's an example like the question is, what is your religion? What is your religion? It's Hindu, Sikh, Christianity, Islam, or any other. I have taken this example. Suppose you have assigned a number 1 to Hindu, 2 to Sikh, 3 Christianity, 4 Islam, and 5 any other. If you have assigned the numbers. So, any religion which is being assigned a higher number is no way superior to the religion being assigned a lower number. Here the numbers are assigned only for the purpose of identification of the religion. डेटा में पहचानना है मुझे सिर्फ 3 है तो क्रिश्चियनिटी है. दैट इज ओनली फॉर द पर्पस ऑफ आइडेंटिफिकेशन ऑफ द ऑब्जेक्ट. ओके, यू कैन सी सम मोर एग्जांपल्स लाइक आर यू मैरिड, यस और नो. 1 or 2 is being assigned. By knowing 1 and 2 you can know. You can see another examples. Food habits, veg, non-veg. You can segregate the data 1 or 2. You can easily understand. Gender, male, female, players of players of cricket team, soccer team, hockey team, players of team, and various departments in an organization also. That is also an example of this nominal scale. अब फिर आ रहे मिस्टर बींगटन. उपासना हम खुश हो जाती हैं. I named one cartoon today. It will help me in my further presentations whenever I give the same presentation to somewhere else. so the assigned numbers on the nominal scale. अब numbers का हम क्या करें? Whatever numbers that we are assigned to the nominal scales, किसने लिया था? Superior तो है नहीं, ना 3 1 से बड़ा है, ना 4 2 से बड़ा है. तो क्या करें भैया उन numbers का? अब उनको add नहीं कर सकते, subtract नहीं कर सकते, multiply नहीं कर सकते, we cannot divide them. So what we can do now? Analysis कैसे करेंगे उसका अगर nominal data आ जाए तो? What statistical analysis tools I can use to analyze the nominal data? कैसे analysis करोगे? वो तो सिर्फ identification के लिए थे. Numbers नहीं लगाते, symbol लगा देते हैं, caps लगा देते हैं. Whatever it is, you can apply symbol to them. So now what we will do? So I have a solution to this problem. Look, solution is quite simple. You will be having a count of each category. Count तो है, पता तो है कितने मेल है, कितने फीमेल है. You can know how many of them are veg, how many of them are non-veg. You have a count of each category. When you have a count, you can find the percentage. डेटा में दिखा सकते हैं 46% मेल्स, इतने फीमेल, इतने परसेंट वेज, इतने परसेंट नॉन-वेज. Percentage you can find. Percentage when you have count of each category, you can construct frequency distribution table. Are you getting? देखो कैसे डेटा भी कैसे हम उसको एनालाइज कर रहे हैं. You can construct frequency distribution table, and when you have a frequency distribution table, you will be able to find the mode. जैसा कि डीजी सर ने उस दिन उस वर्कशॉप में already told you the methods of finding the mode by having the frequency distribution. तो देखो जब हमारे पास नंबर्स हम ऐड नहीं कर सकते थे, सब्ट्रैक्ट नहीं कर सकते थे, मल्टीप्लाई डिवाइड नहीं कर सकते थे, स्टिल वी कैन अप्लाई सच काइंड ऑफ स्टैटिस्टिकल टूल्स. chi-square टेस्ट दैट वी यूज फॉर हाइपोथेसिस टेस्टिंग हियर. तो दिमाग में हमेशा आपके रहना चाहिए ये. यू विल ऑलवेज कीप इन माइंड whenever I will be having a nominal data, SPSS तो आउटपुट दे ही देगा. SPSS में आप इसमें कोरिलेशन लगा दो तब भी कुछ ना कुछ दिखा देगा. वो तो सॉफ्टवेयर है, उसमें तो काम करना है जैसे आप कमांड देंगे. उस पर आप रिग्रेशन लगा दो तो भी कुछ ना कुछ दिखा देगा वो. सो यू हैव टू कीप इन माइंड, क्वेश्चन देखा नॉमिनल डाटा है तो मुझे ये चीजें अपनी आउटपुट में बनानी है. इसके अलावा इफ आई एम शोइंग एनीथिंग एल्स तो दैट मीन्स आई एम स्टैटिस्टिकली नॉट करेक्ट. आई थिंक थोड़ा सा कुछ क्लियर हुआ कि नॉमिनल डाटा और उसको कैसे एनालाइज करना है. नाउ कमिंग टू द ऑर्डिनल स्केल. If I talk about the ordinal scale, this is the next higher level of measurement than that of the nominal scale. One of the limitation of the nominal scale measurement was that we cannot say whether the assigned number to the object or the characteristics is higher or lower than the number assigned to the other object. Now this ordinal scale take care of this limitation. Ordinal scale can tell whether an object has more or less characteristics than that of other object, but not how much more or how much less. Are you getting the point? This ordinal scale can tell you about the more or less characteristics of the object, but not how much more or how much less characteristics the object is having. That means this ordinal scale can tell you the relative position of the object, but not the basically we say magnitude of the difference between the object. अब इस लाइन को समझने के लिए एक अच्छा सा एग्जांपल, अभी एक एग्जांपल मेरे माइंड में आ रहा है. सपोज ए स्टैटिस्टिकल टेस्ट वाज बीइंग कंडक्टेड ओवर हियर. यहां एक स्टैटिस्टिकल टेस्ट हुआ. ओके, मिस्टर इमरान हैज गॉट फर्स्ट रैंक, Dr. Anil has got second rank. I'm just taking example, don't take it seriously, anything. And Mr. Nitin has got third rank. So by knowing this, Mr. Imran has got first rank, Dr. Anil has got second rank, Mr. Nitin has got third rank. We can know that Mr. Imran has got more marks than that of Dr. Anil, and Dr. Anil has got more marks than that of Mr. Nitin. But we cannot say how much more marks Mr. Imran has got than that of Dr. Anil, and Dr. Anil has got how much more marks than that of Mr. Nitin. It's clear? I'm taking one more example. You heard of CAT score? Usually students get CAT score in the form of score of CAT examination in the form of percentile. If a student is getting 95 percentile, what does it mean? It means he is above 95% students and below 5% student. But this is ordinal scale data. Why? Because it cannot say about how much more marks he has got than that of those of 95% students, and how much less marks he has got from those 5% students. I have taken one example. You have to rank the following for choosing a restaurant. Here some attributes are being given as food quality, prices, menu variety, ambience, service, and you can rank them. You can just while choosing a restaurant you can take such kind of attribute. This is basically your ordinal scale. When ranks are being given, this is ordinal scale. अब फिर आ गए हमारे Vinton, Vinton. रैंक्स आ गए. रैंक्स तो ऐड, सब्ट्रैक्ट, मल्टीप्लाई, डिवाइड करने से तो कुछ हमें इंटरप्रिटेशन मिलेगी नहीं. ओनली रैंक्स, क्योंकि वी कैन नॉट नो कौन सा हायर, कितना हायर है, कितना लोअर है. तो क्या स्टैटिस्टिकल टूल्स यूज करें हम? व्हाट स्टैटिस्टिकल टूल वी कैन यूज ओवर हियर? सो इन ऑर्डर टू यूजिंग दी स्टैटिस्टिकल टूल, क्या स्टैटिस्टिकल टूल यूज कर सकते हैं? एक तो हमारे पास प्रोविजन होता है कि जो नेक्स्ट हायर लेवल ऑफ मेजरमेंट होता है उसे लोअर लेवल ऑफ मेजरमेंट में हम जो है कन्वर्ट कर सकते हैं स्पेसेस में जाके. तो उसके भी प्रोसेस होते हैं, दैट आई विल आल्सो टेल यू. तो स्टैटिस्टिकल एनालिसिस के लिए एक तो आप सारी चीजें वही यूज कर सकते हैं जो कि नॉमिनल डेटा में होती है, एंड अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट यू विल यूज मीडियन, परसेंटाइल, क्वार्टाइल, रैंक कोरिलेशन कोएफिशिएंट, एंड फॉर हाइपोथेसिस टेस्टिंग you will use sign test. So whenever you are having a ordinal scale of data, you will use only these things. अब इस पे रिग्रेशन मत लगा देना कभी भी. नेवर अप्लाई रिग्रेशन ऑन ऑर्डिनल स्केल डाटा. रिग्रेशन किस पे लगता है अभी आगे आऊंगा, वही बताऊंगा कहां लगता है. सो आई थिंक अप टू लेयर थोड़ा सा क्लियर हो गया. नॉमिनल और ऑर्डिनल दोनों कंसेप्ट क्लियर हो गए, भूलेंगे नहीं कभी. कितने लोगों ने स्टार्ट करा है पिछली बार सर्कुलर मॉडल? सम ऑफ यू हैव स्टार्टेड, आई नो. रेज योर हैंड्स. 2 3 4. चलो कुछ तो हुआ, एटलीस्ट सम पीपल हैव स्टार्टेड. आज के बाद तो और अच्छा हो जाएगा, क्योंकि यू विल नो सम बेसिक थिंग्स. थोड़ा सा एक्चुअली क्या है, दैट वाज हैविंग लिमिटेड एरिया, लेकिन इसको करने के बाद आपके पास अनलिमिटेड प्लेस हो जाएगा कि नाउ आई कैन टू अप्लाई हियर. Now coming to the next scale of measurement, that is interval scale. This is the next higher level of measurement. It takes care of the limitation of the ordinal scale measurement, where the difference between the score on the ordinal scale does not have any meaningful interpretation. So you can find the differences over here. So it is assumed that the respondent is able to answer the questions on a continuum scale, and it is basically linear in, you will find the linear relation among them. The mathematical form of the data on the interval scale may be written as y equal to a plus bx. This is linear in nature. So let's take an example to understand in a more better way. वो theoretical concept तो हर जगह मिल जाता है. Example will tell you about how you understand basically कि कैसे अंडरस्टैंड करना है. देखो इसे, हाउ लाइकली आर यू टू बाई ए न्यू डिजाइनर कारपेट इन द नेक्स्ट 6 months. इस टाइप का क्वेश्चन है. वट एवर इट इज, आई हैव जस्ट टेकन फॉर एन एग्जांपल. इधर तो बुक्स से लिया मैंने, भी कोई अपना नहीं बनाया है, कुछ अपना न्यू नहीं बनाया है, कोई नई रिसर्च नहीं है मेरी. यू विल फाइंड दीज एग्जांपल्स इन बुक्स ऑल्सो. सो आई हैव टेकन ए स्केल, वेरी अनलाइकली, न्यूट्रल, लाइकली, वेरी लाइकली. दीज आर दी things to measure. I have taken 3 scales, scale A, scale B, scale C. 1 2 3 4 5, 0 1 2 3 4, and -2 -1 0 1 2. Numbers are being assigned to them. Suppose one respondent has marked likely on scale A and another has marked unlikely on scale A itself. If you see, difference in all these scales is same. The difference here, it's 2. In scale B it's 2, and again in scale C it's 2. Difference is same in all these scales. But if you find the ratio, it's different. It's 2 here, it's 3 here, it's -1 here. Ratio is different. So ratio does not have any interpretation in the interval scale. Differences have interpretation in the interval scale. So on the basis of the differences, this is